Hello everyone and welcome back. This is DisturbingPuppet. Today we are going to be starting a new campaign in Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War. We are going to play as the Space Marines. So I've played as the Necrons, then the Orcs, and then the Imperial Guard. So now we'll be trying out the Space Marines. We'll kind of keep the same settings: difficulty medium, world size, landmass. Three other AI opponents. We'll have each of the other factions in the game. So we want to be Space Marines. So what do we have? A single city deployed from orbit. Food and ore resources are replaced by single soil-independent requisition resource. So I saw a little bit of this playing as a little tutorial that kind of introduces you to the game. So they don't actually use food or that kind of thing as normal. They have sort of requisition points. Fortress of Redemption. Deploy fortification that gathers resources from special resource features. Battle barge operations. Deploy tactical operations such as scans and bombardments anywhere on the battlefield. Kind of cool. Chapter Tactics. Issue tactics to boost specific units. One unbreakable shield against the coming darkness. One last blade forged in defiance of fate. The Emperor of Mankind. With bolters blazing, the battle brothers of the Adeptus Astartes crush the foes of the Imperium wherever they can be found. Each Space Marine is an elite, genetically engineered, cybernetically enhanced super soldier, a mighty and fearless hero worth 100 lesser men. Each Space Marine is recruited into a 1,000-man chapter before they are extensively modified with 19 extra organs and the crucial chapter gene seed. From the numerous Ultramarines and mysterious Dark Angels to the fierce Space Wolves and tormented Blood Angels, each chapter has its own traditions and style of combat. Armed with the finest weapons the Imperium can provide, clad in suits of intimidating ceramite armor, born to war abroad... Aboard? I can totally lose track what I'm saying. And born to war abroad. Aboard! Swift and deadly fighting vehicles, they are the Imperium's ultimate weapon. They're relatively few in number. It is the Adeptus Astartes who represent humanity's best hope for humanity. They are the greatest warriors the galaxy has ever known. To slap myself so I can speak correctly. Alright, color. I kind of like the yellow, actually, for the Space Marines. It kind of made them stand out. We'll have to swap this out first for something else. Just temporarily do this. So the yellow really stood out on the map when I had the Space Marines as the AI controlling the yellow, so I thought it was kind of cool. And it would kind of make sort of Imperial fists. The thing I did notice is it seems like this sort of dictates positioning. So I've always been first, so I've always been in the upper left-hand corner. It seems like this one is always in the upper right-hand corner, lower left, lower right. So I'm going to kind of play around with this a little bit. So let's make these guys Necrons. So we might run into them a little earlier. For color, blue is good. We can go with green orcs, that's fine. And then we'll have Imperial Guard in the lower right. So possibly this means we might run into the Necrons a little bit earlier instead of having them last. It seemed like they're always in the lower right-hand corner, which kind of meant I was running into them at the very end of the games. Let's make the Astra Militarum a little bit different color. There aren't a lot of really good options. It's a lot of weird colors. White, sure, that one should stand out pretty good. Alright, let's just jump right into it.
Gladius Prime was a bastion of humanity, newly colonized. A suitable base for our chapter to rebuild and recruit. We Space Marines raised our fortress here, grew strong again. But the Orc invasion brought a warp storm that cut off our Emperor's light. And the dread Necrons crawled from the earth beneath our feet. War was on all sides, yet we are the Emperor's chosen. We do not dread the dark, or quail at the relics of old. Terror is for those who oppose us. We know no fear.
A suitable introduction for the Space Marines. I always remember I had a very old copy of the original Space Marine game for early Windows systems, and when you click on your guys, it sometimes yell, "We bring death." And I always thought that was a very appropriate comment for the Space Marines. So let me just check and make sure everything seems to be working. That looks okay, that looks okay. Let me move the camera around for a second to make sure it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Okay. Alright, so we have Recalf Leaf we have discovered and spotted. So it looks like we are in the upper left-hand corner. So the special feature that increases loyalty of the city when acquired. Its humble fields and wild herbs hide a secret, a rich food and narcotic stimulant that allows organic races to go without sleep or rest for great periods of time. Called Recalf by humans, it is collected, processed, and distributed to factory workers and slaves to greater improve their output. So it depends on your faction, I think, is kind of what different stuff you get. We've got Wireweed, which is kind of a hassle, causes movement problems. So a feature that ends movement of the unit and deals damage each turn. For walking units, anything that skimmers and stuff can go over this without a problem. Woebetide, anyone who wanders into these thickets of brambles. It's slow at first, but faster and faster, the living weed draws its razor-sharp filaments tighter around the hapless intruder. Also, Fermentation Pool, close by. Special feature that increases the growth rate of the city when acquired. This apparent natural water source looks welcoming to any wildlife, but Woebetide any thirsty grox that wanders by. The pool's unusual bacteria rot down the planet's life and concentrates the runoff into something lethally intoxicating. More advanced races can collect and refine the liquid for trade or entertaining consumption. So let's look around. Oh, we're in a different spot. We're in the lower right-hand corner. Okay, so maybe it is random for the placement. It always seemed like I'd always been first. I was always in the upper left-hand corner, so I kind of was starting to think that it was always that way. All right, let's use my tactical marines here to look around. What we can do is deploy our city. We can also drop Fortress of Redemptions. This does cost us some of our influence and does have an upkeep on it. So sort of a fortification we can drop next to something like this, which will take control of it, keep control of it, and has some las cannons and stuff on it for defending the position. So we are losing some requisition points. Once we have our city up and running, we should be fine with that, though. I'd like to grab these, but let's see if we see anything else in the process. I'd like to explore a bit more. Got a ridge here. There's a Necron tomb there. Something else to grab out here. What kind of tiles do we have? There's increased production here, which isn't too bad for some of these tiles. Some research for 20%. It's kind of hard to spot. If I turned on the hexes, it might be a little easier to kind of grab. It's a negative loyalty. Probably don't want that. 20% requisition points and 20% research. Let's just see if we click on this what we've got. Show a little better. Don't like the negative loyalty popping up there. So we want good requisition points. We've got 20%. Kind of tempted to hold off and explore a little bit more before we drop our city, but the sooner we get the city down, the better. There's a lot of negative loyalty here. I can't even see some of the benefits out here. A lot of wireweed, which is a little bit problematic. We can grab a couple 20% increases for requisition points if we go here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Drop from orbit. Fortress of Dorn. How appropriate, I think. The local Dorn was Imperial Fists, right? Or am I crazy? I'll have to check. Necron Tomb. Feature that allows Necrons to found a city on the tile. Deep within the innocuous patch of land lies a tomb city where the Necrons have slept away the long millennia. To anyone who knows the correct protocols, it is a simple matter to begin the procedure of awakening it and its inhabitants from their dreamless sleep. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. What do we want to do in the city? So, Refectory gives me some more requisition points. We've got a Generatorum. Corrupted Latin. For energy, we've got the Librarium for research. The Simularum for influence. Apothecarian will give me some... what? Production, research, loyalty, produces infantry. That's not too bad for something that makes infantry. You've got an upkeep of energy, so that might be something we'll want to look at soon. This has an energy upkeep. Everything's going to have energy upkeeps, probably. What can I afford? I'll probably just go with a refractory first, or should I go Generatorum first? My bonuses are mostly for... So it's not just showing 20% research. Maybe we'll grab a tile instead. How much does that cost? Is it not going to let me grab these tiles? Really? That's really crummy. Because of the ridge? I put myself in this position because there were a bunch that gave me a bonus here, but I'm kind of hampering myself right from the get-go if I can't grab these tiles eventually. Maybe I can once I go here and I can go around. I'm not sure. That's kind of weird. Well, in the main tile itself, we've got research bonus, so maybe we'll just do that initially. And we'll grab tiles after that. I do like getting as much research as I can early on. That's always helpful. We've got increases on everything except for research, so that helps overall. Let's take a look at our research. Armory, building and produces ground vehicles as well as generates requisition and research. Frag grenades for my troops. Orbital scan, operation that reveals target tile and adjacent tiles. Reclusium, building and produces heroes, so we'll definitely want that. Tactical doctrine, chapter tactic that increases accuracy of tactical space marines. Once you grab a couple things from a tier, you can move on to the next, so sometimes we'll kind of run ahead and then sort of go back a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the buildings up that we want. So we'll go to the armory, probably in the Reclusium, and then we'll see what else. Frag grenades are going to be a priority. They're helpful really early on, just wiping out stuff. But the Space Marines should be pretty good at killing a lot of stuff pretty quickly. Things we run into early on, things like the Crude Hounds and stuff, shouldn't be a problem. So the early turns here are probably going to go pretty quick, so that's it. Chapter 1, Final Foundation. As Chapter Master, the arrival of an enormous orc horde on your chapter's homeworld was calamitous, but no one ever said the Adeptus Astartes shirked a challenge. Yet after months of fighting, the battle remained locked in a stalemate. You instructed the civilian planetary governor that Astra Militarum support was required. Clearing the Green Menace was a priority, whatever the blow to the chapter's pride. Barely had the guardsmen landed when a system-wide warp storm began, devastating the planet. Of your majestic fleet, a single battle barge in low orbit was the sole survivor. When the surface storm calms, your surviving Marines emerged into a ruined world. They are trapped on the planet's surface, cut off from the Imperium and surrounded by xenospecies to boot. You are the Emperor's own sons, the Space Marines, and you will not die easily or in vain. Your chapter planned for every eventuality, so your fortress holds enough food and resources to survive decades of battle and siege. But more complex devices, ammunition, and war gear require the acquisition of rare resources. To stand a chance of defeating the Xenos menace, we need to secure the location of these key materials, so that servitors and serfs can continuously extract them. Deploy Fortress of Redemption next to a special resource feature and secure the perimeter for 50 requisition, so that'll be fairly easy. So Space Marines are able to issue strategic and tactical operations by expending influence. One such operation is the deployment of a Fortress of Redemption, a stationary unit that secures adjacent special resource features. Placement of Fortress of Redemption is key for Space Marines to gather resources beyond their city reach. Okay, so the Space Marines can only have one city, so that's sort of their downside a little bit. So let's do a bit more scouting and see if we can find something else we want to grab. I bet you head this way. There's a good target we can drop a fortress on. Let's see, let's head this way. Get some rocks. So we found Ruins of All over here to the left. Special feature that provides a reward to the first city that enters the tile and increases the research output of the city when acquired. It is unclear what this is, some time-worn structure rearing up from the shattered surface, made from the same impenetrable material as the rare artifacts that dot the planet. Much can be learned merely from studying it, and perhaps it still houses some secrets itself. Discovered an area, so the sickle. Discovered a shard of Vol. Special feature that increases the ore or requisitions and energy output of the city when acquired. Before the warp storms, when man ruled the planet, these great outcrops were a curiosity and an attraction, like Cadia's pylons. Yet whilst the warp storm rages overhead, they tremble with an unkind power that foolhardy races may seek to tap. So requisition, influence, energy, all that stuff. And Grok's Pasture, special feature that increases the food or requisition output of the city when acquired. Around heat stones. Wouldn't it be hearthstones? Alien storytellers muse about the Groks, the dangerous herd animal that is ubiquitous throughout human lands. Wherever a man goes, the hardy Groks travels with him, or is there before him. Some joke that the Groks were the Old One's most successful creation. I wouldn't think people would know about the Old Ones, but whatever. So let's go ahead and deploy one. Not sure if I want to grab the Shard of Vol here. So resource and energy. Here, just research. We'll go with research early on, just hardcore. Let's drop it on the other side. We might get some vision out that way. Well, that's not great. I think that looks like one of the Katachan Devil or Katachan Devil spawning points, but it's not giving me any information. It's kind of odd. Just says Orcoid Fungus, Imperial Ruin, but that does not look like an Imperial Ruin. That looks like something growing in an Imperial Ruin. Anyway, that is it for the turn. Let me, again, just quickly check something. Alright, yeah, if anything weird is going on, definitely let me know in the comments in the stream chat and stuff. So that's it. Let's go to the next turn. Got Crude Hounds creeping around. So Space Marines, we do have bolters with a range of 2, but we have rapid fire, which means we'll do more damage at close range. So close up, we'll do a lot of damage. Not sure if it'd be enough for one unit to wipe out a unit of Crude Hounds. Probably not early on. After we had some upgrades and stuff, maybe. So is this still saying? Yeah, just saying Imperial Ruins. Let's grab the Shard of Vol. Found more Crude Hounds. That's a lot of Crude Hounds. So you can see close up, we're going to do 6.7 at range 5. Let's light these guys up in the forest. So here, Crude Hounds. Agile Predator unit that is particularly dangerous in forests. Pseudo-Avian Crute is uniquely flexible, able to absorb the genetic data of other races by consuming them, but sometimes isolated Crute communities run into evolutionary dead ends. The Crute Hound is one such dead end, a devolution of the Crute into wolf-like species. On Gladius Prime, they've run feral for generations, so just melee attacks. But they can be pretty dangerous close up. So they're in brush. Let's go ahead and grab this, and we can shoot them up. There's more Crude Hounds up there. Tons of Crude Hounds. Now they're out in the open here, so we're going to do more damage. See, 10 is the estimate. Usually the estimates are pretty accurate. Occasionally things will throw it off, but it's often been within like 1 point, almost always, it seems like. And again, that's it. The Hounds are going to attack me. More attacks. Did they attack my other unit? Maybe. There's only one down here, health-wise. Let's just keep shooting them up. Another Necron Tomb here. Weaken that unit or wipe out this one. Let's go ahead and wipe these guys out. Just so they don't try to run away and heal up and come back. We should be able to take the hit here and then still do some good damage. Nothing else really going on. Got no targets out here. Got a cooldown of 8, so this is 40 and then a 3 upkeep. We're still running positive, so that's fairly good. I'm a little irritated about this placement if I can't actually build around here, but we'll see. We'll see. More Crude Hounds. Armory, building that produces ground vehicles as well as generate requisitions and research. Home to anything that a Marine might employ to purge the battlefield of Xenos and heretics, from the simplest combat knife to the most redoubtable of relics. The Master of Ordnance keeps a close watch upon the chapter's war gear. Only his gene print can grant access to this titanic underground repository of weapons and vehicles. So it unlocks the ability to make land speeders. We can make scout bikes now if we build that. Hunters. We've got predators, dreadnoughts, vindicators, and eventually land raiders, which would be cool. So for research, let's go with the Reclusium, I guess, so we can build heroes eventually. Probably Frag Grenade next, and then we'll see what else we want to grab in the next one. Apparently we have, yeah. I never know if it's Katachan or Katachan. I often say Katachan, but I think it's Katachan. Devils. So early on, these are kind of tough to deal with. Space Marines might be a little bit better than some of the other races dealing with these early on. Devastating native unit that frightens enemies and fights in a reckless rage. Native to the death world of Katachan, the devil is a scorpion-like in appearance with a long segmented body ending in a poisonous barbed tail. A full-grown devil can reach up to 30 meters in length with 60 legs of a mature fiddler, allowing it to move at great speeds through all terrain. Once it's upon its prey, it will either shred with its claws or stun with its barb before consuming it. So if he comes this way, we'll be able to shoot him up with our fortress. Actually, we already can. Our range must be 3 then. Yeah, okay, 3 range. So we just have, right now, twin-linked las cannon. I don't know if we can upgrade that. Maybe some research will help. But the las cannon's quite good. Good long range, decent armor penetration. Armor penetration 6, so that's quite good. The regular bolters starting off with just accuracy of 8, range of 2, armor penetration 0, but fairly decent damage close up. So they ran off over here, surprisingly. So we did make our librarium here. So we've got more research coming in. So we need to grab a tile. Let's go ahead and grab this one, because I'm curious if I grab this, if I can then wrap around. I'm hoping so. I'd be kind of irritated if I can't do that. I don't think I noticed the ridge when I was looking. I was just kind of looking at what the resources were and the positioning. So we did make our librarium. Population's increasing. Actually, max is kind of low at only 6 to start off with, so probably have to research something to increase that fairly quickly. So you guys are a little bit banged up. Let's just have you stay put and heal. You guys are just going to have to keep shooting Kurt. For now, anyway, that's all we can really do. We made the devil very angry. But he didn't actually get into combat range. It's still saying, maybe because I put this and it exposed it that way, it's not showing, but this has got to be one of those things that spawns the devils. Maybe I have to move a unit over before it'll kind of realize that that's there. So these guys are healing. So maybe let's run down here. We'll have a little bit extra firepower and support if the devil wants to chase us. And maybe we can move closer and then that'll kind of trigger that so we can shoot it. That's my hope anyway. So Reclusium, building that produces heroes as well as generates influence and increases loyalty. For those rare ceremonies that require the attendance of every battle brother, the vastness of the Reclusium allows the entire chapter to gather. This is the most precious place in a fortress monastery, home to its most sacred relics, and in rare few, the very body of its Primarch. It is also the seat of the chapter's commanders and heroes. So we'll be able to make captains, eventually librarians, and chaplains. So research, let's do... let's grab the frag grenade. It's really quite useful and it's fairly quick, so let's do that first. So just out of curiosity, now can I grab... No, I still can't grab these tiles. Maybe when I increase the radius it'll let me, but that's really irritating. Alright, so here we do have a bonus to our requisition points or research. Energy is the main thing I'm a little bit more concerned about early on. It would be nice to have an armory, it would be nice to have the Reclusium, it would be nice to have the Apothecarian. We're definitely going to want something. I don't have that many that have the bonus if I'm going to have to build out here first. So up here, I'm going to go with refectory probably, but what I'm going to do actually is grab one of these other tiles, and then we'll use that to build other stuff. Unfortunately, you have to be one of these research ones, so we'll build some of the stuff that'll produce units here. We'll save this for the refectories, so we can get more requisition points coming in later. Right now we're doing okay on the requisition points, so we can kind of take our time for that right now. You guys are already back to full health. Might as well shoot these guys up. Just kind of stay at range. It's brush here, so I don't think they can get a free hit on me doing quite so much damage. Let's move you guys down and see if this triggers. Nope, it's kind of dark, so maybe I have to get closer. Kind of strange. Got another Grox pasture out here. And the crude hands took off again. Let's move here. Yeah, now it realizes it's there. Catachan Devil Lair. Alright, now we can shoot it and do some damage. Want to destroy this thing as fast as possible so it doesn't keep spawning them all over the place. It's quite close to us, so we really don't want it here. If it was closer to an enemy or something, or even between me and another opponent and further away, I might leave it, at least early on. But now, no thank you. So, stationary structure unit that spawns Catachan Devils over time. I know I keep switching between Catachan and Catachan as I'm speaking, but I don't know which is right, so I just keep swapping back and forth. I'll at least be right sometimes that way. Let's just explore a little bit. Okay. Something up here. Got another ridge. The maps are always different, so it's kind of interesting to see the variety. I had some, like when I was playing Orcs, there was a lot of water kind of in the middle and spread out. It's kind of neat. Frag grenades, anti-infantry grenades. A lethal storm of shrapnel from these grenades drives opponents further under cover for a few precious moments, allowing attackers more time to close in and hopefully get the first blow against a disoriented foe. Alright, what do we want? We can go crack grenades, might be useful. Chaplain, probably not anytime super soon. Assault troops would be kind of cool. Dormitories we are going to need, because our population limit is quite low at 6, so let's grab that first. And then here, let's go ahead and build an Apothecarian, so we can build some infantry. Throw that out there. Probably going to need some energy soon, too, so we might do that next, if I can remember, anyway. And out here, we'll just keep hammering this. Can we kill it with a frag grenade? Nope. Alright, just stay there shooting. Might be kind of hidden inside the ruins is kind of the way it's treating it, so I've got to be close to it to see it. Let's sneak around up here and see if we see anything. Okay, we've got a Jakiro Trader outpost here. Some more recaf leaf. So Jakiro Trader Encampment, special feature that allows a hero unit on the tile to purchase and sell items, as well as increase influence output of the city when acquired. If you have little regard for your life and seek excitement, visit the Jakiro. Imbued with an instinctive technical creativity that exceeds even that of an orc mech boy, these orange-furred aliens resemble a great Terran ape, but can create wonders beyond imagining. The challenge is acquiring them and safely working out what they do. So once we get some heroes, we can send them up to stock up on some cool stuff if we've got the influence available to do it. So the city's all set, nothing else I can really do there. We still don't have another fortress ready that we can drop from orbit. Population increased some more. we finish this off, hopefully. Alright, no more devils for a while. Chapter 1, Final Foundation. I don't know why it didn't do this earlier. Deploy it. Let's secure the perimeter. Oh, maybe that's why we didn't secure the perimeter. So 50 requisition points. The fortress built. Focus your energies on requisitioning the rare materials from the remaining population. Generate 20 requisition per turn. Currently 11. So we get 50 influence. Okay, so we got to ramp up our requisition collection quite a bit. Well, we can grab the Grox here. That'll help a little bit. Not seeing anything else. I just wanted to check and see if we spotted anything. And you can just grab the Chikara Trading Outpost for now. I don't know why we have line of sight to here. That's kind of odd. Got some Imperial Ruins in the way. There might be a height difference here. Maybe not. It's like there's a weird little path here we can sort of see between. Too far away to shoot, though. Devil is back. I'll have to deal with him at some point, but one squad probably not quite enough to take him out. Let's just head out, see if we spot anything. Oh, we've got Psych Noon. I never know how to pronounce this. I always kind of say Psych Noon, Psych Noin, something like that. Airborne Elusive Wasp, or warp unit that infects its victims. A rare wasp. Oh, I keep saying wasp. A rare warp-sensitive creature, apparently native to Prospero. Psych Noon seems capable of travel through the Old One's webways, meaning they're widely distributed around the galaxy. Parallel evolution has resulted in a wasp-like appearance. Got it right that time. But a mature adult's significant strength, speed, and toughness, and rumored ability to turn insubstantial at will makes them a threat to any sentient being. Yeah. So early on, this kind of stuff you're running into is fine. The thing that really causes problems early on are the Castellan robots, because you need some anti-vehicle or anti-tank stuff to take them on, because they've got good armor and a lot of health. The Crude Hounds and Psych Noon and stuff aren't too bad to deal with. Even the Enslavers early on aren't too bad when you run into them. As long as you have a couple units, you can deal with them. But the Castellan robots I always hate running into, especially early on. They can really block you. When I played as the Necrons, they really caused me a lot of problems. No, don't. Infiltrated. What's that? This is Arctic. Dormitories, building that increases population limit. Though each battle brother receives his own personal cell, those members of a chapel who do not directly enforce the will of the Emperor share communal quarters spread across the fortress monastery. Support staff, including servants, nurses, and technicians, call these Stark dormitories home. So increase it by 6. Discovered Ambles somewhere. A powerful native brawler unit that regenerates hit points each turn. The Amble is an ape-like xenospecies native to the death world of Luther McIntyre IX, which is spread throughout the Imperium of Man, presumably as a result of failed attempts at domestication. They are a subterranean race able to move through ice, sand, or rock at speed, and prone to excavating long tunnels as homes. So just close combat. So they're wandering around. Ambles took that, that's fine. A little bit more concerned about the devil here. I'll just call them devils instead. Well, let's move up. Probably frag grenade these guys to death. Almost. Frag grenade! Alright, let's see. It's okay damage against the devil there. Some Marines are getting kind of banged up. 1.7. Grenade will do 1. Let's pull them back for now. I'd like to heal them up if I can. If he hangs around, Fortress should be able to kill him. If he wants to chase us down, Fortress can still shoot at him. So for research, let's see. Grants Assault Marines and Scout Bikers, the ability to perform more devastating attacks. Crack grenades are helpful. Cluster mines lets Scout Bikers plant mines. Let's go with the Assault Marines first, and I'd like to get to Devastators here, would be nice. In case we run into robots or something else a little tougher, the Devastators are a lot more helpful early on. You guys, how about you just stay there and heal up? Don't really want them to get away. Let's see if we can find anybody. Well, we've got something here. I think that's orcs. Green. Apparently orcs on the move just north of us. Quite close if they're already down here. It's a ton of crude hounds running around there. Let's see if we can kill these guys off. You pollute this world, filth. We can drop another fortress. We've got orcs in the area. Could drop one out here just to cover the other side of the city. I'd like to get more influence coming in if I'm going to do that. And let's go ahead and do it, I guess. Throw it out this way in case the orcs are coming down. Grab the recap while we're at it. Gives us a little bit of a position we can fall back to, a little bit more firepower in case the orcs want to come this way. It looks like they'll most likely come this direction. Maybe up through here. A little bit of water, a little bit lakes. There's a Castellan robot. Assault Space Marines, melee infantry unit equipped with jump packs to overcome terrain obstacles. The howl of jump pack turbines heralds the meteoric descent of the Assault Marines. Plunging from the sky with bolt pistols blazing, they slam into their foes like a hurricane of destruction. Screaming victims are thrown to the ground, bodies crushed beneath ceramite boots, chests ripped open by snarling chain swords. Within moments the killing is done, and the Assault Marines bound onward, leaving behind them a ragged wound torn in the enemy's battle line. So chain swords, bolt pistols, so not really good at armor penetration, but good at killing off stuff in close range. Using their grenades otherwise. We do have a robot here. These guys are really a hassle early on. Extremely durable and heavily armed combat robot unit. Castellan robots are ancient monstrosities stamped to war, each an unliving giant assembled by deadly purpose by its master. Soulless, these metallic golems are given thought only by the doctrina wafers in their recessed chest slots, and cybernetic datasmiths that program their every move. These machines are walking relics from eons past, and all the deadlier for it. The air nearby thrums with power, bullets ricocheting from repulsor fields that glow like golden cages around them. Volleys of phosphor blasts and promethium incinerate their foes wherever they may hide, and crushing fists bring ruin wherever they strike. The violence meted out by each maniple is as inspiring to the Omniscience faithful as it is terrifying to its foes. So we do have like a flamer, essentially. We've got phosphor blasters, which have a little bit of armor penetration, do decent damage. Kind of want to stay away from them if we can. Can take some shots, we might as well. So population increased. We did make our apothecarians. We can now start making some units. I think we want to grab some energy first, though, so let's put some energy here. You guys are at full health, but you're not going to do much damage to the Castellan. If I had crack grenades, maybe we'd run up and throw crack grenades at him, but not much point. For now, let's sort of check this area out, see if we see anything. Okay, no vision. Guys are still healing up. So we can make regular guys, or we can make assault marines. Just for fun, let's make some assault marines. So let's go ahead and grab the Devastators here. I think we'll probably want them with the Castellans showing up. Start making some of those guys. After the power, we might go for vehicles. That's going to fill up this tile, maybe grab some of the tiles, grab the building for heroes, and then we'll start looking at upping our requisition points a bit more so we can get that story section go. We're currently at 11, want to get to 20, so we can grab additional amounts by just grabbing some of the resources and stuff that are around the map, but it's a lot faster if we can just build some of those refectories. Everything's called different for every single group, so I'm kind of forgetting what it is a lot of times, what the specific stuff is called. Oh, that's really not good. Multiple Castellan robots. Okay. Don't have crack grenades or anything, so moving up isn't going to do a whole lot. So I can kind of look, if I want to get an estimate, it's 0.7 damage. That's kind of nothing, really. Let's just head down this way. Fortunately, the Assault Marines aren't going to help me with the Castellan robots either. You guys are still healing up. Once they're full health, we'll send them out, maybe try to grab the Grox pasture, kind of see what we can see on the map. Or maybe we'll send the Assault Marines that way, move the tactical guys over this way. Go away! I don't want you hanging around here. It really doesn't like my fortress there. You're at 24 health, you're at 23, we'll keep hitting the weaker one. Sometimes I'll kind of lose interest and wander off, I'm kind of hoping that's what happens, but it's not super likely. Let's just see... Oh, we've got mobile holo projector out here, we definitely want to grab that, that's cool. So these artifacts each have kind of a different bonus. This one, the mobile holo projector, gives all of your units additional health, so I definitely want to grab that. Stationary artifact unit that increases hit points. This holo projector may be monolithic, but it's never where you think it is. Once you've blundered into the actual holo projector, you can deploy its capabilities on nearby units, massively increasing their survivability as enemy shots and blows are wasted. This is my favorite one of them that you can find. While we're here, we'll shoot up the Psych Noon, Psych 9, whichever. Might need to kill them off before we can grab this, otherwise they'll just come up and retake it. So energy in a couple turns. Not much else going on. Nothing's really coming here. These guys are still healing up. Well, they're back to full health. Alright, let's send them over. Get them moving. Don't see anything. Nothing's in range. It's fine. Oh, third one! Awesome! That's so helpful! Go bug the orcs or something. What are you doing? Leave me alone. Getting stung by the giant warp wasps. Wasp warps. Warp wasps. We've got a couple of them around, actually. Fortress here is not going to last too much longer. Possible once it's destroyed that they'll just take off and leave. Want to get around, try to get away from the Castellan robots, so if they do destroy this they won't see anybody else to go after. Let's just move up a little bit. I want to see if the ambuls or something else is around. Looks like it's clear. This fortress is not going to last too much longer here, most likely. Let's see if the fortress goes down. Not quite dead yet. Oh, maybe now. Crude hounds trying to get the final hit in. Little buggers. Alright, Devastators. Infantry unit equipped to bring down heavy war machines. The battlefield echoes to the furious roar of heavy weapons as the Devastators open fire. No matter the target, no matter the odds, the Devastator squad carries sufficient firepower to obliterate their enemies in a matter of moments. Even mighty war engines cannot stand against these deadly accurate support troopers, shuddering to a blazing, explosion-racked halt beneath the concentrated volley of the Devastators. So they're equipped with las cannons. So good armor penetration, decent damage. Definitely need them for these darn Castellan robots. I'll keep hammering away at the Psych 9 here. Psych Noon, Psych 9. You are super close to death. I might as well keep hitting the same one. Not that it really matters that much. Let's grab the Grox pasture. Let's hurt Grox here. Don't know if that's something I shot up and then they left and came back, or if something else shot them up and now they're running this way. Okay, so we made some energy production. That's good. Yeah, I think let's go for vehicle production here. It's also going to give me a little bit of requisition points and some research. Yeah, let's go for that first. We'll have some different options. For research, what do we have? Building for increasing loyalty, increased accuracy of assault marines, increased tile acquisition radius, land speeders, librarians. Crack grenades might be a good thing. Let's grab those. Have some assault marines in a couple turns, but they're not going to do anything really here to help me. Fortress is going to go down here. Kind of hoping the Castellan robots take off after that. I'd like to get around and grab this mobile holo projector if I can. So let's kind of break line of sight. Let's shoot these guys up a little bit. The battle reports, just getting rid of. Well, let's send you guys around. Not seeing anything else. Kill these guys off. Get a little bit of experience that way if we can wipe stuff out. So I'm hoping that the Castellans will now head off the other direction because I can't see any of my stuff, my units or anything. Nope. Crack grenades. Grants infantry the ability to throw anti-armor grenades. Crack grenades are implosive charges designed to crack enemy vehicles. And I don't know where he came from. Did make some assault marines. Start working on some devastators. Let's get those going as quick as possible. What they cost. Okay, that's not too bad. If I start making too many units, I'm really going to wreck my ability to get my requisitions up high enough. So that's an issue as well I didn't think about before now. Yeah, this guy's at full health. If I move here, he shouldn't be able to see me. But we found more horrible stuff. Got enslavers. Wonderful. Our range isn't that great for jumping. Doesn't really increase it a whole lot. Let's set them this way. There's more kind of fleshy targets in this direction. We discovered the Enslavers. Highly dangerous warp unit that enslaves the minds of its enemies, so they might just take control of my Marines. I'm not sure if they can actually do that. I don't think they could for the Necrons. During the War in Heaven, legend tells the Old Ones engineered new warp-sensitive species to defeat the Catan, Krork, Eldar, Man, and more, that they bargained without the denizens of the warp, the most numerous of which were the Enslavers, or Sirens. These transdimensional beings were able to rapidly enslave the new races, and hence aided in the downfall of the Old Ones. Today, enslaver incursions are rare, but extremely destructive unless ended quickly. So we might just lose our Marines here. Running into a lot of tough crap here early on. Okay, you're out of the range for the fortress. Let's go after the devil here. So 2.9, frag would do 1.8, crack, give us 4.4. Let's just do as much as we can, as quick as possible. The more you hurt a unit, the less damage it can do back to you, so the lower its health, the less damage it does, which is something that not all games do, so I kind of like that. You can kind of whittle down enemies, hoping that you'll be able to survive their attack that you get after that. Let's see. Is anything going to help me super quickly? We'll go with the land speeders here. That'll then open up the next section if we want, so maybe something like Kraken bolts or Melta-bombs, something like that, or even predators. We are building the structure for vehicles. 4 turns away, though. Be nice to have some predators that would help against some of these armored targets as well. Yep, they've been enslaved. So we've lost control of our Marines, but that does, I guess, mean my requisition points per turn are a little better. Alright, if we jump, can we get any further? No. Our bolt pistols must be range 1. Yeah. So we've got to be adjacent to stuff to do anything. The devil took off. Guess we can retake this. Found the ambles, though. So use our frag grenades on them. Just doing damage, not really killing anything off. Let's send the assault troops over to kind of help out with them, have them operating together. Once we get Devastators, we'll try to do something here. Hopefully the robots went back north towards the orcs. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. Gonna have to up our population here at some point, too. Already. It seems awfully quick. I do like that each of the factions in the game do have a lot of different things. There's a lot of kind of unique mechanisms for each of the different races and factions, so it's kind of cool. Jumping does nothing. Let's head this way. Or should we go this way? I kind of want to keep guys together just in case we find something we weren't expecting. And for now, we'll just shoot from a distance here. I know they do regenerate, so just passively every turn, so we might want to hit the Assault Marines at them. So have a couple turns for the Armory. Devastators in 5. It's taking quite a while. Not much else I can do. Yep, just passively regenerating. And hiding. What can you guys get? Not that far. Alright, let's move you up for now. So next turn we'll have them both. We can operate together. For now, we'll just leave them on Overwatch. We'll have our research done next turn. Land speeders, mobile hover unit that can traverse water. Skimming over the battlefield at breakneck speeds, land speeders bank and roll with incredible agility, able to navigate tangled urban ruins, narrow-sided canyons, and even to weave through dense forest canopies. The land speeder possesses unrivaled maneuverability. This is enhanced by the superhuman reflexes of its Space Marine crew and capitalized upon through the incorporation of resilient, if light armor, and an arsenal of heavy weapons. So they do have heavy bolters, which don't have a lot of armor penetration, but can really shred infantry units. And their anti-gravs, increased movement, got a little bit more armor, increased morale if they're hurt, skimmers, so we can go over wireweed and water. We can jink, which will reduce damage for a little bit. Overwatch. Orbital deployment deploys the unit from within the city to the target tile. I have to research that, I think. Okay, can the Assault Marines just wreck these guys? No, not quite. So let's move you guys here. Shoot them up a bit, have the Assault Marines finish them off, get some experience that way. I don't want to build too many units early on here because we do want to get that requisition points up. Chainsaw Swords in action. Alright, Fortress of Dorn, produce the armory. So the tile is full up. So this tile, we've got the 20%. Let's just go ahead and throw... I've got to increase my population here too. We're at 5 of 6. We do need 5 for everything we've got. If I build multiple, it's not actually going to help me. 1, we'll be able to staff with the population, but after that we're going to need more population. So let's go ahead and grab another tile. And we'll put the dormitories on that. Then we'll start pumping up our requisition points. We can build vehicles as well. Okay, good. The upkeep is energy for land speeders, so even though I don't have a lot, I'd rather have that right now because we're trying to get our resource points up per turn. So we could try to start working on a land speeder. What do we have here? Tactic increases the accuracy of Devastator Space Marines. Hunter is a tank unit specialized in taking down skimmers and flyers. Kraken Bolts increases the damage of bolt weapons. It's just generally good. Melt-A-Bomb grants tactical Space Marines the ability to deploy a Melt-A-Bomb that is highly effective against enemy heavy vehicles. That would be good. Building and construction of vehicles and generates influence. Predators, main battle tank unit. It's the same time, so let's just go ahead and grab the Predator. Because why not? I like tanks. I played the Imperial Guard last, so I feel like I need tanks. I could deploy another fortress, but I'm not sure what we've got out here. Until we start looking, I don't really want to send anybody out that way. Or drop a fortress that might just get attacked in a big group of Castellan robots. Okay, we're not seeing anything here. We've got some Grox pastures. That does give me some more requisition points, so we might want to go grab that. Let's just head right in. Well, got another robot. That's unfortunate, because we're just going to have to run away. Guess we'll take a shot. There's not much else we can do. Let's check out here. Okay, nothing in the woods hiding. Ah! It's the 3 robots again! So there's 3 robots to the right and to the left. That's really crummy. Yeah, I need some anti-armor stuff here as quick as possible. Our own creations are turned against us! Ambles grabbed that from somehow. I don't know where they came from. Grab the tiles, so we definitely want to get the dormitories going. Actually, what's the upkeep on that? Energy, we're going to be running negative energy here once we get the land speeders going. Got some crude hounds here that are probably going to take this back next turn if they want to. Don't really want to make too many units, but I need to make units. Alright, you guys need to run the heck away. Hopefully they won't follow you. Don't want you to get wiped out. So we can do 5 damage. Frag grenades will do 7. Crack 6. So just frag grenade the ambles here. Out of range of my fortress, so not much else we can do. Just have to hope the Castellan robots don't come down and wipe out my tactical squad here. Nope, they're coming. Yeah, they're kind of toast. Well, that sucks. Really don't have a way to deal with that many Castellan robots all at once. My assault marines aren't going to be able to do anything to them either. Right, let's just keep harassing them. Hopefully we're far enough away that they're not going to come down against my tactical squad here too. We'll hold off on using the crack grenade in case we need to. Tempted to drop a fortress over here on this Grox pasture. Do have some Devastators here. I'm hoping that these guys will take off. I'm a lot more interested in heading out this way to grab this mobile holo projector. So let's kind of be careful. Guess we can shoot them a little bit. To make our Space Marines. I do want more Devastators. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Once we get the dormitory up, we'll try to throw a couple of the refectories in here as quick as possible. See if we can get the next chapter covered. Not much else I can do here, really. Do I want to drop a fortress? I'm afraid if I drop a fortress here, the robots will come hit it. Whereas here they may not see me, so I'm going to wait and see what they do before I decide. Ambles will probably take off because they're hurt. Well, my own Marines coming to attack me now. Great. That's helpful. So helpful. Population is now maxed, so we definitely need those dormitories. Don't have line of sight to anything from the city. Don't see the robots, but they could still be hanging out in the area. Let's just keep attacking the ambles here. What else can I do? We could drop a fortress here, just to have some additional firepower and view out this way. If I can kill the Enslaver, I'll get my guys back. Let's drop this, just to see if we can see the Enslaver. Nope. Well, that is unfortunate. I hate shooting these guys up, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'd like to get them back under my control if I can, but if I can weaken them, they'll do less damage, so go that route. Should have our Predator research done here pretty quick. Just okay, now he's taken off. Don't see any robots. Hopefully they're not coming. So Predator, main battle tank. Swift and brutal fighting vehicle. The Predator provides the Space Marine chapters with prodigious amounts of fire support. Heavy tanks, heavy bolters, and autocannon are the bane of infantry and light vehicles, while the Annihilator's variant's las cannon spell doom to any armored enemy. So they have a twin-linked las cannon. Maybe we can research other stuff to add, because it talks about autocannon and heavy bolters, but if they just start with the twin-linked las cannon. Let's check research first, I guess. Multi-bombs are only tactical marines, yeah. So that's kind of limited in its usefulness. This affects assault marines and spikers. Got dreadnoughts here. Thunderfire cannon. Alright, maybe we'll research something here so we can get into the next. Go Kraken bolts for now. Anything bolter. Should also affect heavy bolters, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But that'll generally be kind of useful. So I'm going to take a little bit of a risk, and we're going to move up to try to kill off the ambuls, hoping that the robots are gone. I don't see them, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Marines took off. Let's just advance out a little bit. Don't see anything. There's something. Oh, it's the Psych Noon coming back. Oh, we found Space Marines! An army of the Imperial Guard is present here, then. Sadly, given the depths of the Xenos infestation here and the potential for heresy, they can't be allowed to leave the planet. They are an obstacle to your reconquest of your chapter world, not an aid. That's kind of short-sighted. I don't have frag grenades up, but I can probably wreck them up pretty good in close combat if I want to. We've discovered Guardsmen, light infantry unit. From the steaming jungles of Catachan to war-torn fortress world of Cadia, the humble Guardsmen provide the ironclad backbone of the Imperial Guard. Generally, they're kind of meat shields. That's sort of what they do. So I can go into the forest and try to attack them, do some damage, just to wreck them up, or we can just grab the Grox pasture. I think we're going to do that. I want to get my requisition points up. I really want that mobile holo projector, so I'm going to kind of keep sneaking out that direction. I really wish I could see the enslaver that's got control of these guys. Just out of range of my fortress. We'll have land speeder next turn. Of course, that's going to wreck up my energy production. So we're kind of barely in positives here. I have to pull my devastators back. There's a Catachan Devil that just crawled up on my Assault Marines. Eat grenade, I guess. So this is Jinx, so that reduced damage reduction, range damage reduction anyway. We could get in range here. We've got a couple heavy bolters. We could probably wreck up the Crude Hounds. Chew up the Space Marines a bit. I don't really want to kill them off if I can avoid it, but I've got to find the Enslaver that's got control of them to kill them. So just going to check this direction. Yeah, pretty good damage. Just chew up these guys a little bit. Glad we're not seeing the robots out here. These guys got kind of banged up, so we're going to pull them back so we can heal them up. Got the fortress here that can take shots if they want to try creeping up on me. Predator requires a ton of my requisitions. Upkeep is requisition, so that's not going to be helpful until I can get the story section taken care of. So I've got to up my requisitions per turn to 20. We're at 12. I could start working on another land speeder because their upkeep is energy, but we're just barely in energy positive right now. So I think I'm going to hold off on building any vehicle units right now. So that's unfortunately going to have to be it. I kind of feel like we're really outgunned right now. This stupid robot coming back. That is no good. Alright, stay there and heal up. You guys run away for now. Okay, the devil just kind of took off. Let you guys heal up as well. Got our dormitories done, so let's start working on these refectories. Throw my hero, we got the 20% bonus. I'm not going to do anything else. Stay away from me, robots! Okay, no robots. That's at least something. Guess we'll take our shot here. Send the land speeders in to do some damage. City is fine. Taste the Emperor's fury. Taste it! Kraken bolts. Increase damage of bolt weapons. Astartes drive upgrade to the standard bolter. This kit allows a bolter to fire Kraken penetrator rounds, hard-tip projectiles with a heavier explosive charge. Its heavier rounds are much favored by the Space Marine Deathwatch alien hunters. Alright, what can we get now? We've got a whole other tier of stuff. So, increased acquisition radius of the city. Grants assault Space Marines invulnerable damage reduction. So just an overall damage reduction, I guess. Dreadnoughts, kind of cool. Extra infantry armor would be kind of cool. Orbital strike. Thunderfire cannon. Infantry unit equipped with a cannon that provides long-range fire support. No idea what this is. It's something from the newer versions of the game. Kind of thinking the extra infantry armor, since mostly we have infantry here. I don't have any extra vehicle armor as an option. Could also go for increased tile radius for expansion of the city. Like something that increases my production or damage, but nothing really that helpful at the moment. Let's just go with the infantry armor for now, and we'll kind of see what happens after that. Did make some more devastators, so that's going to be helpful. Unfortunately, that wrecks with my production of requisitions, so I'm going to hold off on making any more guys until we try to hit that 20 we need for turn. Not seeing much, just the Cycnoon down there. These guys are just hanging out, healing up. Alright, let's just chew these guys up. Got a couple options. Do have grenades here too. Let's grenade them. It's only 2.1 for a frag grenade? Really? Crack is even less. 3.3 damage there. That's not so great. Let's have them hit the weaker unit out here. I am your salvation! Save you with death. Shoot him up a bit. And for now, maybe leave them here. Stuff kind of shows up and then takes off, so I know the Imperial Guard are somewhere out here as well, but not really my concern at the moment. Just kind of holding on to this for the requisition points for now. So you guys can stay there. The city, we're going to hold off on building anything for now. We are running negative on energy, so that's bad, but I do need to get these refectories up as quick as possible so we can start making more units. So for now, that's going to be it. Okay. So we just need 3 more. Let's go ahead and grab another refectory and throw that up there. Start working on that. After that, then we'll worry about energy and stuff. You guys stay put and heal. You do the same. And you guys stay here on Overwatch. You guys can stay put. City, you're set. Fine, we're not doing anything else. That was a lot of movement. Even though this is an open tile, it's getting the infiltrate, where I don't get a chance to attack back. That's a little irritating. Population's increasing, that's helpful. Gives us more options for stuff. Let's see. You guys are still healing. Let's just creep out a little bit more. Got a 3 range with them, so it'd be nice to have a little bit more options for shots. So 2.9, or we can frag. Yeah, just a regular attack. Hold our ground here. City, we're not going to do anything else. We want to get that requisition points up. Okay, these guys are back to full health. We kind of use them to scout a little bit. Just head out and see if we see anything. Back them up with the Devastators. I guess we might as well heal you. City, you're fine. Trying to do what I can to avoid having the Castellan robots show up. Like, I could drop Fortress somewhere, but I'm kind of afraid that's just going to draw more attention than I really need. I don't think I can capture one of these with a Fortress. Oh, take a look next turn. I don't think I can. There's my own Marines attacking me. I'd really like to find that enslaver and get my guys back. So next turn we'll have the refectory, then we'll be set. I have that story issue done. Let's see, can we drop? Nope. I can definitely light up my own guys here if I want to. I like to find the enslavers if I can. Get this rough terrain everywhere, though. Thought they might be out back by the mobile hall projector here. I'm going to have them jink too, just because we've got the Marines. I guess we'll light up my Marines here as well. Just whittle them down a bit. Killing my own guys, unfortunately. Not seeing anything out this way. I feel like we're kind of stuck, but after next turn we'll be able to expand a little bit better, hopefully. Start making more units. Alright, got our requisitions per turn, got 50 influence. With our supply line secured, the chapter is no longer striving merely to survive. Now we must explore this world and investigate the origins of these unusual warp storms. So I don't have a point to go to or anything. I guess it's just check out stuff and explore. Alright, now in the city, what do we want? Let's see. Got an armory. We don't have a reclusium yet for heroes, so that would be something helpful to have. It does also give me some loyalty and some influence. Energy, that's the issue. So that's energy upkeep. Yeah, we need energy right away. Yeah, let's throw some energy out here. Let's go ahead and work on some more Devastators. I've got a decent amount of requisition coming in, but I don't have enough spare to build anything. So that's going to have to be it for now. Let's see if we can see anything. It's going to let me go right up here, huh? Got a Shard of Vol here. Keep hitting the guys that are weak. Don't know where the Space Marines took off to. And you guys can stay there, that's fine. I want to keep everybody bunched together to maximize our firepower here, try to kill off units, try to grab this mobile holo projector, hope the Castellan robots don't come down after me. It's my Marines. Where's the enslaver? That's what I want to know. Chapter 2, Whispers of Heresy. The librarians have been suffering endless torment since the storm started and are now almost incapacitated, but your chief librarian has pushed through the pain to stand before you. He reports through gritted teeth that the librarians feel that something unholy accompanied the Astra Militarum here. It's something immensely dangerously powerful, a void in the warp, and must be destroyed. His suspicions are infectious. You order the detention of all Astra Militarum forces, but this soon gets out of hand, with your Marines executing guardsmen on sight. This is not the Astartes' way, but if 10,000 innocents must die to save the planet, then the Astartes are the Emperor's tool. The librarian believes that, with the construction of a specially shielded reclusium, he and his battle brothers can locate the source of the warp disturbance. So research and construct the reclusium, research librarian, and produce a librarian. Get armor class bracers, which is just an armor bonus for a character. Okay, we're already working on some of that. Grab the mobile holo projector, give everybody some health. No line of sight of anything. Kind of like to wipe these guys out if I can, just to keep them from being able to get away and come back and harass me later. Also give me some experience. You guys can stay put. Population's increasing here. We can build another land speeder, so yeah, why not? We're working on power. Predator would be nice, but we're going to need a ton more requisition coming in. I need to keep upping my requisitions. So I could drop a fortress out here. Actually, I don't think I ever moved anyone onto this, so there should be something on here I can pick up. So for now, let's try to remember to throw them on this next turn. There should be an item that I can grab, because I never put anybody on that tile. Anything else? I'm going to hold off on the fortress for now. I'd like to maybe expand further up and drop fortresses there. Where these guys come from? They immediately opportunistically appear out of nowhere. Extra infantry armor increases the armor of infantry. While Purdy Seals may keep an Adeptus Astartes in the field for longer, Faith doesn't stop all bolts. By upgrading to later versions of their power armor, Space Marine infantry improve their survivability substantially. Alright, research. What do we want to go for here? Orbital strike. Long-range fire support sounds interesting. I haven't heard of these before, so let's give them a shot and see what they are. Okay, you guys here should grab us an item. Zothide Jerkin, that's pretty good. Extra healing rate, extra hit points, extra max hit points. And we can chew up the Brute Hounds a bit. Don't have another frag grenade available, so they can kill them off with the las cannons. Alright. And then, yeah, go here and see if we grab another item. Yep. So, Endurance Implant. So, +1 movement max. Okay. So, I want to make heroes at some point. Worried about energy at the moment, though. That's it. I don't have a whole lot of units here. There's some enslavers that might be the same enslavers. So let's go after him hard, just in case it is. Then I can get my Marines back. Heard something else moving around. I don't see anything. Okay. Now we're up to 9 armor now on these guys. That's good. I do have line of sight. Can do pretty good damage. Really don't want them grabbing another one of my units if I can avoid it. I think they can only grab one, but this might not be the same enslaver that I ran into before. Nothing else I can do. Keep an eye out this way. There's that devil. Where did the enslaver go? Yeah, it's gotta be the enslaver. It's got them under control. Almost dead. Oh, we can get in range. Cool. Just finish them off. Of course, if I get my Marines back, they'll probably be killed by any other alien things that are around them. I just got them back under control, but no, I can't move this turn. Okay. Run away! Let's head up this way so we can see anything. Not bad. 3.6. Crack is 4. Yeah, sure. Use a crack grenade to kill them off and stop them from keep coming back over and over again. What's my city doing? So next turn we'll have the energy coming in, working on the Devastators and the Land Speeder. Alright. I hear things creeping around. No, found the orcs. And we found Castellan robots again. Kind of want to read this before it go back. Hopefully I don't kill off my guys. Alright. The endless wild careen of the violent orc race across the galaxy would be comical if it weren't so devastating to the Imperium. You've already destroyed this once precious Imperial colony, your chapter world. You must prevent them from destroying your chapter too. And remember, they're not as stupid as they seem. Well, that's debatable. So this Castellan is a little hurt. So he might have been fighting the orcs. Got just a war buggy here. Fast reconnaissance vehicle unit. Orcs tend towards light, fast vehicles with big guns that can be cobbled together from any junk to hand. Most are crewed by a mad-eyed orc driver and cackling gunner, with perhaps a grot or two hanging on for dear life. What they lack in survivability, these crewed vehicles make up for in speed, numbers, and DACA. They encircle the enemy in speeding squadrons, guns blazing wildly, while the crew throw their heads back and howl like mad bulls. Big shooters with no armor penetration. They've got decent armor and toughness, though, for what they are. Did make some energy, so what's our next priority? Do have research available in this tile. And Reclusium is probably what I should go ahead and go for. I'm going to need more energy soon too, though, since that's going to use some of it. So I'll have to grab some more tiles. Let's get these guys away from the robots. Don't want to lose control of this mobile holoprojector, even if he is coming this way. The heavy bolters they have aren't going to do a whole lot to a robot. Got things fairly under control here, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a fortress. So if we do have Castellans coming down, we do have the Devastators here too. So let's kind of move into position if he wants to move forward. We'll get some Overwatch shots on him. These guys I might leave because they're hurt, so keep them back a little bit. Let's just kind of see if he wants to come down or not. Debating about using Jink here just to protect them a little bit, but I think we'll hold off and see what he does, because he might just back off. So keep him there on Overwatch. See if we can find where the devil went. Nope. Fine. So they're healing up on the Orcoid Fungus there. Just a passive healing the Orcs get. Yep, he actually took off. Alright, you guys need to heal. Stay there and heal. You guys can stay there and heal. Might leave them on Overwatch again. Could also head out, chew up the war buggies here a little bit. We have a couple turns for Devastators, 3 for the Land Speeder. We'll just grab this back. More Ambles here. Say hello with grenades. It's the nice thing to do. I'm a little concerned about these Castellan robots here, so for now we're going to leave these guys on Overwatch again. Population increase, we're kind of set for the city. Orcs are just kind of hanging out there. I hear war buggy, but I'm not sure if it's the one taking off or another one showing up. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. So have another Devastator next turn. Once we get that, maybe we'll start heading up to the right there a little bit. You guys, let's sweep around, keep harassing the Ambles, see if we can whittle them down. Yeah, let's just leave everybody here on Overwatch again. Have the Devastators next turn. We'll see what we can build after that. Maybe we'll start working on a Predator. And they're back. There's the robots. Fortunately, there's 2 of them. I'm going to split my fire here a bit. It's pretty good damage, though. Now he's fighting the Orcs there. Maybe we'll leave that one alone. Thunderfire Cannon, infantry unit equipped with a cannon that provides long-range fire support. These colossal quad-barreled artillery guns are designed to excel on a static defense roll, which is capable of firing and reloading at a punishing rate, unleashing salvo after salvo of high-explosive shells, pounding the enemy into oblivion. Only the brave or the foolish dare advance in the face of such overwhelming and obliterating firepower. So we've got a Thunderfire Cannon, range of 3. It's barrage, so don't need line of sight. That's cool. It's got a plasma cutter, range of 1, and a flamer with a range of 1. Okay. Interesting. Made some Devastators. Could take some shots if I want to. Yeah, why not? Let's see if we can scare them off a little bit. He's probably fighting orcs, so I don't really want to hit him. We want to hit this guy as much as we can. Got the range, just stay here and hit him. Hoping we can kill him off. And take a little bit of fire. Hoping these guys can finish him off. Yeah, not quite. I think when we move, we do less damage. Just not quite enough to kill him off. Let's go ahead and hit him because he's the only thing we've got in range. And you guys can keep tracking down the ambles here, I guess. Try to kill him off. Hopefully we're not going to run into the other Castellans out here, too. Chainsword. Alright, what do we got in the city? We've built the Devastators. We can go for the Thunderfire Cannon, and why not? Upkeeps energy. That's kind of crummy, but that'll work. I'm kind of curious to see what that is, what it looks like, that kind of thing. So for research, what can we go for? Apothecaries. Infantry unit that heals allied infantry. That sounds pretty good. Grants Thunderfire Cannon the ability to provide range damage reduction. Bolter Drill. Tactic that increases accuracy of bolt weapons. Increased damage of melee weapons. Grants Devastator Space Marines the ability to briefly increase their accuracy. Vindicator. Heavy tank with a devastating close-range cannon. I like a lot of the vehicle stuff. The idea of being able to heal my infantry is also very appealing, so I think I'm going to go with Apothecaries. It's kind of taking a long time, maybe. I should grab something that's a little faster. Orbital Strike is something I can use whenever if I get it researched. What else can we grab? There's all kinds of stuff I haven't grabbed yet. These are only 1. Let's grab the Orbital Scan really quick. And kind of grab some of the stuff that's a lot cheaper to grab quickly. So we'll have our Land Speeder next turn. See what we want to do after that. I'd like to get some heroes built since I don't have any. Got some items I can throw on them. The captain or something. No, we found the other Castellans. Great. Can't really do anything over here. We just have the Assault Marines dealing with them. Orbital Scan. Operation that reveals target tile and adjacent tiles. The Space Marine chapter commonly possesses an entire fleet of ships, ranging from tiny Thunderhawk gunships to massive strike cruisers. On Gladius Prime, the chapter fleet was decimated by the Warp Storm. Only one ship survives, swinging around the planet in a low, erratic orbit. Yet for sufficiently important targets, Deck Marine and Servitor crew will focus all its sensors onto the planet's surface. So what other quick stuff can we grab? Increased accuracy, Hammer of Wrath is for Space Marines and Scout Bikers, Chaplain might be helpful. I do need this eventually. Librarian is something I need for the story mission anyway, so maybe we'll grab that, since that's relatively quick. We'll need to actually research it and build one for the story here. Alright, you can't do anything to those guys, so let's run away. So the orcs took off. This Castellan's still here. You guys are still healing up. So let's wreck his day. And let's scout a little bit. Let me jink first, because I'm pretty sure that other Castellan's right out here somewhere. We've got orc stuff here. Didn't actually run into anything. Try to get somewhere we can sort of have a little bit of overlapping range and fire. Got the other land speeder as well. Alright, we made some land speeders, so what do we want now? I think a predator would be nice. Start working on, even though it takes a while, 7 turns. Start working on our tanks. So now we have the option for the orbital scan as well. Give us a vision of what's going on. Nothing. Now that I've got some Devastators and the firepower to take out those robots, I kind of want to creep ahead a bit, but they seem to not want to be interested. Let's do a little scouting. Whoa! That's a little close. No, he didn't do Overwatch shot, so he must have been firing at some orc stuff. Let's see where I have line of sight. Have to kind of go around these ruins if we want to get shots off. Guess we can go there. I feel a little exposed in that position. So if these guys heal up. Yeah, let's bring you up and we can finish off this robot. We've got a bunch of buggies here. Alright, let's see what the orcs do. Tons of buggies. Alright, we got our Reclusium, so we can now make some heroes. Population's increasing. We need to grab another tile here, is what we need to do. We have to clear it, then we can work on other stuff. I need to do research for expanding my tile radius, because this ridge is really messing with my ability to expand my city where I want it. We're kind of going to be stuck here if I don't research that next. So out here, there's no targets, so you guys, I guess, can heal up. Got shots from there, so let's go ahead and take them. It's a lot of damage. Oh. Let's move you up. Okay. Finish them off. And more stuff I can kill, more experience I get. It's always nice. I already moved them this turn, that's why they're there. Okay. Let's see. Head up this way a little bit. They're still healing up. So now that we can make a hero, we only have the captain available, but that's fine. Got the requisition points. We've got the influence. So yeah, let's go ahead and start working on a captain. Something's attacking them over there. Probably the Castellan robots that I was seeing over there to the left. Guys are still healing. Not seeing much of anything else. Alright, let's bring up my Devastators. Doing a lot of damage to these war buggies. Not quite enough to kill him. So I have to bring him in too. I wanted to heal him up, but I'll take killing a unit over healing him up. More experience for everybody. Let's bring you guys over as well, just in case. I'll try to keep all my firepower together if I can. They're still healing up. City is set. I'll have that tile next turn. Alright, Librarian. Here, a unit with versatile psychic powers. Eyes blazing and fists cackling. Cackling? Fists crackling with the roiling energies of the warp. Space Marine Librarians stride into battle to destroy their foes. Some hurl blasts of force that crush their victims to paste, while others twist the flow of time itself, or revitalize their brothers with incredible surges of vitality. However they choose to fight, all Librarians are powerful psychers, harnessing the potent mutation that bears a force to defend humanity. Still have to make a Librarian for the story. Working on a captain right now. We definitely need to research increased range for my city. Yeah, tile acquisition radius. Let's work on that. So we grab to that. Let's go ahead and clear the tile as well. Let us build 3 things on it instead of 2 with the forest there. See anything this way? No. Back to full health, so I guess we can kind of explore a little bit again. I'm thinking the Castellans are fighting the orcs up that way. So let's just kind of creep up and see if we spot anything. I know there's orcs here. Okay, you guys are back to health. Get you on the move. Let's just see. I guess we can head up. Lots of buggies. Got some boys here. Go ahead and have them jank too, just in case. Might take some fire here. I'd like to heal these guys up, this other land speeder unit, instead of sending them in. Yeah, you guys just heal there, that's fine. Bring them up Orcs, additional firepower. Get them up there too once they start moving. You've discovered boys, basic infantry unit that excels in close combat. Orc boys are the heart and soul of any warband. They charge into battle in a great mass, crashing into the enemy like a green landslide, bellowing with the joy of battle. Mobs of orc boys excel at close quarters, where they can hack, bludgeon, and stamp their foes into bloody ruin. The average orc boy is mean-tempered and exceptionally tough, more than compensating for his lack of intellect with a talent for violence. Talent for violence. Great way to describe that. Alright, they're taking off. They must be fighting somebody else. That would be my guess, anyway. Oh, we made our Thunderfire Cannon. Cool. Let's take a look at it. Where is it? Thunderfire Cannon. Oh, we've got a Tech Priest. That's cool. Let's move out this way, I guess. Just a Tech Priest and a giant gun. Not seeing anything this way. Let's head up towards the Shard of Vol. Still not seeing anything. Kind of trying to leapfrog a bit, just so I can spot stuff if possible without getting myself into too bad of a situation. There's healing. Kind of shift this way. See if we can see the Castellans and stuff out that way. They might have gone and moved up further. You stay on Overwatch. You heal up. Alright, what are our options? We've got infantry we can make. We are in negative loyalty terrain now, so that's a little bit of a drag. Population increase does affect your loyalty, which then drags, basically reduces your production. The lower your loyalty, the lower your production. We're running quite negative on energy. We're going to definitely need to get that going. Yeah, let's grab some more Devastators. Maybe make some more, we can send them left. I kind of want to keep as much force together as I can, but it's nice to have a couple different kind of clusters of troops that I can move around. Alright, cleared the tile. Definitely need energy coming in. That's our main priority here in the city. But what am I missing? I don't have enough... I just barely don't have enough requisition points to start working on energy. That's kind of a drag. Not seeing anything up here. Okay, how about we grab this? Still nothing. Start with the guys in the back, moving up. There's something here that orcs have. Might want to kind of take a little detour over to take a look at it. Guys are healing up, you guys are healing up. Let's sort of cautiously check this direction. Yeah, nobody's grabbed the Jacaro outpost there. Just back them up here. The artillery doesn't have to have direct line of fire, so as long as I'm within range. And the range is 3, so it's not fantastic. The Basilisks and stuff for the Imperial Guard are like 2 to 6 of the range for their main gun. Just going to move up centrally here. Some Crude Hounds. Oh, I forgot we were even working on a Predator. Predator's done! Alright, let's get the Predator left here. Link up with the Assault Marines. We need energy pronto! Energy going. I don't have the resources to build anything else, so that's fine. Not seeing anything to the left. Let's send in the assault troops here. Just... Wow, I can almost take them out. 11.8. Frag, we'll kill them. We'll just frag them off. Kill them off that way. Not seeing anything this direction. Yeah, I feel like we're doing okay now. Things sort of under control a little bit more. Okay, let's check out this direction. Just Jacaro trade encampments. These guys are still healing. Kind of concerned about the Castellans showing up over here again, so I'm thinking about kind of linking up. Maybe we'll just send one Devastator over. We'll move the others back, keep them together with this force. Alright, so that's probably about all the meal I have time for today. So I think we've got a pretty good start. Early on I felt like we were a little bit behind, but now that we've got the Castellans taken care of, we've got the Devastators, we've got more ability to take care of these heavily armored targets, we're doing a little better. Encountered the Orcs, trashed a bunch of their war buggies, they've taken off, they seem to be fighting somebody else. Maybe not just the Castellans, but maybe one of the other AI factions. The Imperial Guard we saw out here. So it's possible they're down in this corner and we're coming this way. But having seen them here and then kind of nothing since, yeah, it makes me think probably that's the case. Surprised we haven't seen them up in this direction, though. I haven't been back there in a while, so it's possible even this could have been back under their control. Just because we've had all that other stuff going on. But yeah, doing pretty well. So I think it's a pretty good start. So today, that's going to be about it. I'll go ahead and save it before I do anything else, because weird things happen. Let's see. I want to get rid of my special saves from my last one before I do anything else. I just want to save before I stop, because sometimes when I stop streaming, weird things happen with my games and stuff. Games will sometimes crash and stuff. Alright, so thanks for hanging out. If you're interested in my earlier stream playing as the Orcs or the Necrons or the Imperial Guard, that stuff is mostly up on my YouTube channel. The Imperial Guard, some of it's still up on Twitch. Anything older than a couple weeks, though, is going to be up on my YouTube channel, which is also DisturbingPuppet, which is one word. So if you want, please check stuff out there. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll see you next time. I might have some time to get in a little bit more of this tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. So thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a good one.